Hey, y'all.
Hey.
So all of a sudden, black people are upset about these statues and these monuments.
Yeah.
Now, these monuments have been out here for a while. Ain't none of you never paid it no attention.
No.
Most of you didn't even know what they represent. And now all of a sudden, you offended. I'm appalled by you being offended by those statues and not being offended by the Democratic Party that made sure those statues went up. If you want to denounce these statues, then maybe it's time for you to denounce the Democratic Party, the party of slavery, the party that wanted slavery, and the party that didn't want slavery to end. And then I hear Al Sharpton is now offended by the statue.
Al?
Well, Al, if you've been that offended by those statues, then why are you just now talking about the statues?
Why?
Why are you just not saying something about the statues?
Why?
You've been fighting the civil rights movement for years.
Since
You all of a sudden all offended by the statues?
Yeah.
And then Cory Booker now want to have statues taken down.
Cory?
So now all of a sudden, he's offended by him too. Now I want black people to see how we are being hoodwinked and bamboozled by these so-called black leaders. I'm talking about the Al Sharptons, the Jesse Jacksons, the Maxine Waters, the Cory Bookers, and all the rest of them up there that stuck on the statue that can't feed us, that can't clothe us, and can't house us. Okay? That can't give us a job. That can't put no money in our pocket. But that's what they stuck on. Now I want you to ask them black leaders, what legislation have they pushed to help a black person within the last 6 months?
None.
Now here the president want to go ahead on and make sure people get tax cuts. And you got these black so-called leaders, these black senators and congressmen and congresswomen stuck on the fact about a statue that can't do nothing for our black asses. It's time for black people to really take a good look at how we are being hoodwinked here by these black leaders. They would prefer to sit and talk about a statue instead of making sure you are an entrepreneur. Hispanics are climbing the ladder. Asians are climbing the ladder. White people are climbing the ladder. We are the only race that's sitting down and our leaders are fighting over statues because they don't want us to climb the ladder.
That's right.
It's time for black people to make a decision. Either you can stay stuck on the Democratic plantation where they continue to hand you crumbs and feed you lies, or you can walk right off of it. Because at the end of the day, it was the Democratic Party that had our ancestors who was black enslaved, and it was the Democratic Party that wanted to keep them enslaved. And since black people want to now have the conversation about slavery, well, why do you keep voting for the Democratic Party that had black people in slavery? So if you're going to bring up these conversations, you're going to have to tell the whole truth and nothing but the naked, nasty truth about it.
That's right.
The people that is holding us back are black people that continues to fight for a statue coming down instead of making sure black people are coming up. So black people, it's time for you to take a look at all of this.
That's right.
It ain't no sense of you getting mad at those statues. You need to be getting mad at the Democratic Party because they are the one that had your ancestors, my ancestors, black people in slavery.